All right, I wanted to take a look today at Civica, which is an AI agent that I built on the Relevance platform that monitors Canadian Parliament for new legislation and then reviews and analyzes that legislation and posts about it in an easy to understand way for citizens. I built it on the Relevance platform. It's a platform that I'd heard about, wanted to learn about. It's for making AI agents specifically. So the best way to learn about new platforms, I find, is to use them or build something on them. So Civica was kind of the perfect test use case for me. So let's take a quick look at Civica in the Relevance platform. An agent in Relevance has something or looks something like this, where you've got your agent profile, core instructions, flow builder, abilities, tools, subagents, all of these different options and tools to kind of set your agent up and tell it how to work. So a big thing for a new agent is setting up the core instructions, which is a prompt basically where you're explaining to the agent what its purpose is and what tools it can use to carry out that purpose. So let's take a quick look at the tools that we've assigned to Civica. So these aren't in order, they're kind of in order of last modified. But the first tool that Civica uses every day is the Parliament Monitor tool. So this tool it monitors Parliament for any new bills that are passed or new bills that are proposed or passed. If it finds any new bills that it hasn't processed yet, then it processes all of the new bills it finds. If there's no new status bills that are proposed at a time like now when Parliament's prorogued, then it just looks for the most recent passed piece of legislation and reviews and analyzes that. So it's at least doing one analysis a day. After that, it will trigger adding the bills to knowledge. That's another really neat part about Relevance, is that it has built-in knowledge base. So we'll skip over to that just quick. We have 3 data sets in here, and these are vector enabled, so you can do semantic search as well, even though we don't really use that for Civica at this point. So there's a primary bill data set, which Civica uses and stores the full bill text and summary of any bill that it analyzes. So we've done 14 final analyses so far. Then we've got an analysis data set. For every one that it analyzes, it notes the key concerns and then notes the specific details of each concern, the full section text where it's concerning, what the issue is. And then Civica will use these concerns, like the big details, later on to re-review and create the succinct posts for posting on X and LinkedIn in an easy to understand manner. And then we've got our communications data set, which is the posts for X or LinkedIn. LinkedIn doesn't post directly right now. We've just got it posting the same content as posts to the X platform, because that happens with Typefully, which we use to cross-post to X and LinkedIn. All right, so back to tools. Civica finds a new bill to process, which it will every day, at least one bill. Then it adds that bill to knowledge. Then it calls this context research tool. So if a bill references kind of any external information that you would need to understand the context of what the bill is doing, like if it's modifying a prior piece of legislation or if it's referencing a court case or some external regulation, then Civica will understand that that's information is required, use this research tool to search Google and then pull that additional context into the knowledge base so that when it analyzes, it can look at the full legislation, any additional context required, and come up with an actual full analysis of what the bill is proposing to do. After we've got the context, if it's required, then we do the analysis. This is the analysis tool. We can take a look at it if we want. Look at the building. So it pulls any bills that are acquired from analysis which have a processing status and new from our knowledge base. Does a pretty in-depth analysis and then returns the required information. We do some Python steps to make sure everything is formatted properly, that we can pull it out and put it into our knowledge base. And then we insert the analysis and update the status. So let's go back. Once the analysis is done, then we use the post summary generation tool. That generates the posts that go to X and LinkedIn. Then we use a tool to actually do that post. And these tools are all steps. The tools that you give to an AI agent should be very specific and only have one purpose. So we've done all of these single step tools that the agent can call. Agents can retry if something doesn't work, or escalate to a human if it doesn't know what to do. All of these flow pretty cleanly, and it's a very static workflow for Civica, whereas you can get a lot more flexible with providing a bunch of tools and giving the agents kind of free rein to call what they need. Civica works in a very linear way, but agents can be very powerful. So once you post to X, if there's an error, it posts an error message to an error channel that I have in Roam, which is a tool that I use for chat and virtual office. And then if it's successful, it uses the post to chat message, which posts to a different channel in Roam that the new bill was analyzed, and the post is ready in Typefully to review if I want, and to set and flag for cross-posting to LinkedIn. So let's just take a look at a previous run. So yesterday, every day Civica is triggered on a scheduled basis. I think it's at 8 o'clock in the morning Mountain Time, and just to check for new legislation. So then it goes through and uses the various tools, uses the monitor, adds the bill to knowledge, context research, all of that, and then it comes back with this response. So that's kind of an overview of how Civica works. Agents are a really exciting, kind of cutting edge AI tool. I like them because you can automate processes and have intelligence behind that automation. And you can also have agents because of the various triggers that you can introduce to an agent. You can have agents work alongside your team members to automate different tasks, document processing or research, or kind of just about any kind of task that you could give to a person, as long as you can break it down into tools to use to accomplish that task, and then provide an instruction set for how to use those tools and what to do. So it's a really exciting field right now, and I like it. If you guys want to chat about agents or automation or any AI integration and stuff like that with Ops Express, just hit me up or hit us up, and we're happy to chat about how we could help use these cutting edge tools to make your operations better. Thanks for watching. Cheers.